Hello and a very warm welcome to Pathashala Bulletin. I'm Anil Kumar and in this podcast we are going to see some important current affairs of the day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Aquatics and Robotics Gallery and Nature Park in Gujarat Science City. Aquatics Gallery is a state-of-art public aquatics gallery consists of different tanks dedicated to aquatic species. They belong to different regions of the world along with the main tank consisting of major sharks from across the world. There is also a 28-meter unique walkway tunnel providing a unique experience. The Robotic Gallery is an interactive gallery showcasing the frontiers of robotics technology, which will provide a platform for the visitors to explore the ever-advancing field of robotics. At the entrance, there is a gigantic replica of Transformer robot. A unique attraction in the gallery is a reception humanoid robot that communicates with visitors alongside expressing emotions such as joy, surprise, and excitement. Robots from different fields are placed on different floors of the gallery that demonstrate applications in domains such as medicine, agriculture, space, defense, and use in everyday life. The future of Afghanistan cannot be its past. The world won't legitimize the Taliban regime that comes to power in Kabul. They are amidst rapid advances made by the militant groups on towns and border checkposts in various parts of Afghanistan. Speaking at the contact group meeting of 8-nation Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Dushanbe on Wednesday, which also issued a joint statement decrying the violence. Mr. Jaishankar said the future of Afghanistan cannot be its past, referring to previous takeover of the government by the Taliban in 1996, adding that the world must not let the new generation of Afghanistans down. The world is again a seizure of power by violence and force. It will not legitimize such actions. Mr. Jaishankar told the grouping, including ministers from Afghanistan, Pakistan, China, Russia, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan. India presents 3-point roadmap for Afghanistan, opposes seizure of power by force, an independent, neutral, unified, peaceful, democratic, and prosperous nation. Ceasing violence and terrorist attack against civilians and state representatives, settle conflict through political dialogue and respect interests of all ethnic groups. Ensure that neighbors are not threatened by terrorism, separatism, and extremism. Countries in the border region are also expected to express concerns over the safety of personal and development projects if the Taliban continues its advances and violent attacks. In the past week, India flew out all its personnel from the Kandahar consulate, while Russia pulled diplomatic staff from Mazar-e-Sharif, and reports suggest China has also followed suit on evacuating its nationals. LAC impasse impacting India-China ties negatively. The impasse between India and Chinese troops at the line of actual control is visibly impacting bilateral ties negatively. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar told the Chinese State Councillor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi as they met in Dushanbe on the sidelines of Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting on Wednesday, highlighting the lack of movement in the disengagement process apart from initial withdrawal of troops around the Pangong Lake area earlier this year. While India and Chinese troops completed the first round of disengagement in February 2021, withdrawing from areas and posts around the Pangong Lake, officials have said China continues to stall talks on withdrawing from other areas. The areas where PLA, People's Liberation Army troops have amassed since April 2020, including at Dipsang, Gogra and Hot Springs areas in Ladakh. The areas where People's Liberation Army troops have amassed since April 2020, including at Dipsang, Gogra and Hot Springs areas in Ladakh. Green Hydrogen Mobility Project. NTPC Maharatna Public Sector Undertaking under Ministry of Power has signed an MOU with Union Territory of Ladakh to set up the country's first green hydrogen mobility project. It will strengthen India's vision to ensure a carbon-free economy based on renewable sources and green hydrogen. Leh will become India's first city to implement a green hydrogen-based mobility project with zero emissions. This green hydrogen reduce carbon footprint, achieve zero emission mobility, ensure a free carbon economy, reduce the dependency on fossil fuels, reduce the burden of import of petroleum oil on the exchequer. The applications of green hydrogen in various sectors such as chemicals, iron and steel, fertilizers and refining, transport, heating and power. Biotech Kisan Program. The Department of Biotechnology has issued a special call for Northeast region as part of its mission program. Biotech Krishi Innovation Science Application Network, Biotech Kisan. It aims to understand the local problems of the northeastern region farmers and provide scientific solutions to these problems. Biotech Kisan is a scientist-farmer partnership scheme launched in 2017 for agriculture innovation. Its objective to connect science laboratories with the farmers to find out innovative solutions and technologies to be applied at farm level. Under this scheme, so far 146 Biotech Kisan hubs have been established, covering all 15 agroclimatic zones and 110 aspirational districts in the country. The scheme has benefited over 2 lakh farmers so far by increasing their agriculture output and income. Over 200 entrepreneurships have also been developed in rural areas. The Northeast region has untapped potential to enhance the income of farming population by promotion of location-specific crops, horticultural and plantation crops, fisheries and livestock production. The agriculture biotechnology is a range of tools including traditional breeding techniques that alter living organisms or parts of organisms to make or modify products, improve plants or animals, or develop microorganisms for specific agriculture uses. Modern biotechnology today includes the tools of genetic engineering, genetically modified organisms, GMO. These are plants, bacteria, fungi, and animals whose genes have been altered by manipulation. GM plants, BT cotton, have been useful in many ways. The genetically modified organisms leads to a number of advantages in crops, which include there is less loss after harvest, the crops can be modified to have additional nutrients value for human welfare. The WPI inflation eases to 12.07%. Inflation based on the wholesale price index. June wholesale price index inflation eases to 12.07%. Inflation based on the wholesale price index slowed marginally to 12.07% in June from May's record of 12.94%. The government said the high rate of inflation was primarily due to the low base effect. The wholesale price index has seen an year-on-year deflation of 1.81% in June. The WPI, the wholesale price index, had seen a year-on-year deflation of 1.81% in June 2020, and the rise in prices of fuels, including petrol and diesel and manufactured products. And with this, it's a wrap of the podcast for the day. Bye for now.